Today I messed up by taking a Percocet before my IUD insertion. Today I had an IUD put in. It's an effective form of contraception and certain ones can help with painful periods and cramping. It also lasts many years with minimal/zero need to upkeep. The insertion sucks. You can Google it if you dare. Would not recommend. My OB prescribed me Ativan and 2 Percocet tablets. Ativan to relax and avoid tension/painful insertion and the Percocet for pain, especially since it's my first IUD and I've never had children. Please note it was a requirement to have a ride home, no DUI for me. I took the Ativan no problem. I've used it before for flight anxiety and I was okay. Just sleepy, chill, perfect. The only opioid I've taken was a couple of Tylenol 3 after my wisdom teeth removal. I wasn't so sure I really needed the Percocet. I have a lot of experience with extreme period pain. I remember my doctor's suggestions and decided to meet her in the middle and take one. Procedure went fine. It was pretty awful and I was in pain all day after, but it really wasn't as bad as expected. Could be from the Percocet, though I wish I went without. Upon returning home a wave of nausea hit me so hard I barely made it to the bathroom. I started puking uncontrollably, spewing chunks out one end while simultaneously bleeding from my bitch post-procedure. This lasted for over 5 hours. It completely ruined what would have otherwise been a quiet day on the couch with a heating pad on me. I won't ever take Percocet again. Today I messed up by trying a DIY haircut and ending up with a disaster on my head. Today I thought I could save a few bucks and have a little adventure by giving myself a DIY haircut. Spoiler alert, it was a terrible idea, and now I'm living with the consequences. I watched a couple of YouTube tutorials, convinced myself that it couldn't be that hard, and armed with a pair of scissors and misguided confidence, I went to work on my hair. Long story short, my hair now looks like it had a battle with a lawnmower, and I'm pretty sure I unintentionally created a new fashion trend, the accidental avant-garde disaster cut. I started with a simple trim but ended up with uneven layers that would make a modern art masterpiece jealous. The more I tried to fix it, the worse it got. At this point, I'm seriously considering investing in a collection of stylish hats to cover up my shame. To make matters worse, I have an important Zoom meeting tomorrow, and I can already imagine the horrified expressions on my colleagues' faces when they see the catastrophe that is now my hair. I guess the bright side is that I inadvertently became the office clown. Lesson learned, DIY haircuts are not for the faint of heart, and I should have left my locks in the hands of a professional. Now, I'm contemplating whether to wear a paper bag over my head until this disaster grows out or embrace the chaos and pretend I meant to join the avant-garde hair movement. Today I messed up by shaving a chunk of skin off. I overslept. Tried to get ready quickly. Decided to wear a skirt. Realized my legs were already in winter mode. Wanted to shave super quickly. I, 21F, used a new razor, nothing fancy, but must have been quite sharp for me not to feel the pain immediately. It was a really weird sensation. I saw the skin on the razor blade and pain followed probably 2 seconds later. And it was very painful from then on. Hurt to put water on it, hurt to move the ankle at all. I needed to give myself a pep talk before putting the antiseptic on. Cleaned it, put a massive plaster on, the wound is slightly longer than my pinky, and then a fabric ankle support to keep it from coming off during the day. Now, about 10 hours later, it only hurts when the plaster is off, like the air hurts it. Will probably be sticking to waxing in the future. Today I messed up by giving homeless man $100. Today I was traveling all over my city to find vanilla extract to make my famous pecan pie for my family for Thanksgiving. I never found it but along my journey I stumbled across a surprisingly swole panhandler walking through traffic. I felt bad for the guy and I was in a position to give him a couple of dollars. I had exactly $102 in my wallet, $100 bill and $2 1s. Without checking, I grabbed the first 2 bills as I always sort my bills from lowest, in the front, to highest, in the back. It wasn't until after I had given him the bills that I realized I had given him my $100 bill. Guess who is working Friday now because I really need the $100? Today I messed up by falling asleep at my aunt's house with my phone in my hand. It's Thanksgiving y'all and I, 30M, was over at my aunt's house for Thanksgiving dinner. I was texting with this girl I matched with on Tinder and we started texting back and forth. Things started to get spicy as we started to send each other nudes back and forth. I was full of turkey and gravy at this point so was starting to get sleepy. While I was falling in and out of sleep my little cousins kept asking me to use my phone so they could play Roblox or something. I kept telling them no but they kept asking me for my phone. The last thing I remember before I fell asleep is me going through my folder of nudes trying to find a good picture to send my Tinder flame. I set my phone on my lap and dozed off. I wake up to screams and hellfire from the kitchen. My mother, my grandmother and my aunt start screaming my name as loud as I ever heard them scream my name. I get up not noticing my phone wasn't in my lap. My mom says, "What are you showing the kids?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? I haven't showed the kids anything, I've been asleep." My aunt was like, "Is this your phone?" I was like, yeah, why do you have it? I still wasn't connecting the dots. The kids had your phone and you had some very inappropriate things on your phone. I was like, why do they have my phone and how did they get in it? My aunt said, why do you have another man thing on your phone? Then it clicked. I was like, that's not a random thing, that's my penis. All the air got sucked out of the room. So apparently when I fell asleep my cousin stole my phone to play a game or something, used my thumbprint to unlock my phone and then was greeted by a picture of my thing and ran to tell their mom, my aunt. I took my phone back and said, maybe if your kids didn't steal my phone after I told them no repeatedly, they wouldn't have to see what they saw. Then I said, I'm grown, I pay my own phone bill so I can do whatever I want on it. I ended up leaving shortly after that because the vibe was ruined.